The market continues to pull back and then bounces into the close. Have we seen the top? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market did continue to pull back yesterday through our upper support area and down into our lower support area where it did bounce and give us a start to a bullish structure. And now the question is, can the bulls follow through? I'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the analysis, if you've seen the last few videos, you know I have an incredible deal running right now for our Elliott Wave for Beginners course. It's Elliott Wave the way I teach and use it, and I'm giving you an incredible coupon at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and we did get follow through to the downside. They broke through that 41.95 level we gave yesterday and took it down to our next level, which was 41.80. They did poke below that, and as we get into the analysis, you'll see why that's somewhat important here. But let's look at the path and then the potential from here. So we did have an A, B, and then a 5-wave move down. This does look corrective off of the top. And that doesn't mean we can't go lower, down towards the 3,800 area overall. It does mean that it's unlikely we're in the bigger C wave we've talked about since last October, because we do have a corrective structure. That doesn't mean they can't morph it into a diagonal or something like that. But as it stands right now, this is a corrective structure with overlap, and we would look for support to hold. So our primary path remains that we are looking for support to hold. And the reason this 41.80 level is important is it is the 50% retrace of wave 3. And anytime you get past that, it is very unlikely that it's a wave 4. And they did poke through it. So it's not impossible. We didn't totally invalidate. It's not impossible it's a wave 4, but it does make it less likely since they did poke through the 50% retrace. However, if it is a wave 4 and then a corrective move after that, and we're looking for support to hold 41.80. If support can hold 41.80, we would look for a wave 3, 4, and 5 back up toward the 42.35 area. And this would give us either a wave 1 of 5 or a wave 1 of 3. So the two potentials are that this is a wave 4 and we're building wave 5 higher up toward that 43.10 to 20 area, or this is a wave 2 and we're starting a bigger wave 3 higher that would take us up toward the 43.70 area overall. So those two counts will look the same all the way up to about 42.34. Now if they continue to push up to about 42.50, then it becomes much more likely that this is wave 2 and we are projecting higher. If they stay in this 42.35 area, it can still be either the wave 5 higher, wave 1 of 5, or the wave 3, the start to wave 3 higher, wave 1 of 3. So what we would need to see next is the pullback, which would both target the same area, and then the next move would tell the story. So as they move higher, the projection for this wave would be about 42.80 for wave 5, and then we'd pull back and finish it around the 43.10 to 20 area. However, if they push up over 4,300 in the next wave higher, then it projects as this being wave 3 overall, and we would project toward 43.70 higher after that. So the overall move up will depend mostly, okay, if they can follow through. That's the first step. They got to get back up toward the 42.35 area. And then after they pull back from there, the next move higher will tell us whether this is going to be a wave 5 to conclude the move or wave 3 that takes us up a little bit higher towards 43.70. Now for the bearish side, obviously they want to come back down and break this level here, this 41.80. And ultimately what they want to do is break 41.44. If they can break the 41.44 level, it becomes much less likely that we are going to continue to the upside and much more likely that the top is in. So the bears are looking to continue this move down, push down through 41.44, and at that point we would be looking at a bigger corrective move and a large ABC that would play out towards 3,800 overall. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, on the NASDAQ, guys, one reason that I do believe it can still be a wave 4 on the ES is the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ pulled back perfectly to the 1.0, which is what you would expect, and then it bounced from there. And again, as long as the NASDAQ holds this low, so you have a 1, 2, we'd look for the start of a breakout on the NASDAQ and wave 5 higher. That would take us up to about the 14,500 level, back toward this high. Then you'd look for a pullback and then a completion of 3, 4, and 5 up to the 14,750 to 14,800 level to complete wave 5 up here and complete this bigger wave B that we called back in last October, as well as this wave C and the complete move to the upside. So if the NASDAQ is going to continue higher, we would look for a move back toward this high and then a pullback, maybe not that deep, a pullback, and then 3, 4, and 5 up to complete this move into the 14,750 to 14,800 area. Now, if they're going to fail this move, the NASDAQ needs to move below the 14,103 area. That is the bottom of the pivot and a very strong indication that the move up has failed. When we see a break of the pivot, we can have a pretty solid idea that the top is in. A break of 14,161, which is the top of the pivot, should be a strong warning to the bulls that this move up is not going to continue. And then you got to keep an eye on it, make sure. But this 14,161 area for the bears is a very key area for them to come back down and break. If they can do that, they should push through 14,103, and that would indicate that the top is in, and we are starting the move down in the NASDAQ. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to the website. Now, if you've been watching these videos for any amount of time, you can see there's an extra box on here for our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. We just completed it, and it's now for sale for anyone who doesn't want to become a monthly member of our crew or our team and wants to just learn Elliott Wave from a beginning standpoint. It's an all-inclusive course. You pay one time, and today through Saturday only, it expires on Saturday at midnight. Through Saturday, I'm giving a coupon for $30 off with the coupon code GONIGHTS, all one word. You can see it on the screen right there. And what's really important about this, guys, if you are going to get this course, when you go to sign up for the course, make sure you scroll down and you type in Go Nights, all one word. You can see it right here. When you hit that, hit the enter button. You'll see a bar go across here. And once that bar completes, when you scroll back to the top, it'll tell you the price right here. $37 with coupon Go Nights. So it's $30 off of that course. It's an incredible course. It goes through Elliott Wave the way I use it and teach it, and it's very powerful for those of you learning Elliott Wave. We do have 2 incredible membership plans as well. Our first plan is the Invest with Jacob room. In there you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We have a midday video where we go over the counts and exactly where they're at and answer your questions. And you also get the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading, as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, one more time, here's the course on the inside. It's 25 videos on how to learn Elliott Wave for a beginner. It is very in-depth. It goes through my entire chart setup, every tool that I use and how I use it, as well as all of the videos on Elliott Wave. Again, that coupon is Go Nights, all one word, for $30 off. Guys, we would love you to be part of the team so we can all make money together. All right, key takeaways for today. The bulls need to hold the low here. Really, they need to hold 41.80. Below 41.80, it does become more likely we start to break this low. After that, they'll need to hold the 41.60 area and then push higher from there. For the bears, they want to break down below 41.44. If they do that, it is much less likely that we are going higher and that the top is, and much more likely that the top is in. For the NASDAQ, they want to hold the low around that 14,255 area. They can push down as low as 14,161, but a break of that is a strong warning for the bulls. And a break of 14,103 is a indication that the top is in and we are heading lower. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.